Good morning, my fellow traders. Hope you all enjoying your weekend. And it was a great week in regards with the trades we've been taking throughout the week and especially here for NatGas traders. So the first part of the video is going to be really important for you. If you love trading NatGas, I'm going to show you how amazingly the price action move according to the strategies I've been teaching you from last couple of years. And pure price action, ignoring all the bullshits, all the noise out there, all the news out there. I'm going to show you how amazingly you can take your entries once the condition forms. Let me tell you something. It's been more than 3 years I've been uploading NatGas video, around 1,000 videos I've personally uploaded, and I can now say that I can understand the price action of NatGas in a perfect manner. Now, it is not something I'm saying. The results speaks itself. Throughout the whole year till date, we have just one losing trade. It is something I'm going to show you in the last week of December. So make sure you watch the first part of the video. That will help you to understand trading price action in a most efficient manner. And I promise you, you're going to learn tons of knowledge. And after that, I'm going to talk about some trades I've taken like palladium, copper, and some other soft commodities, what to expect, why I've taken those trades, how I personally sent some signals to my members, also mentioned here on my YouTube, why I have not taken some trades, how I've entered some trades using some discretion. So lots of good knowledge you're going to get in this weekend's video, and that will help you to take your trading decisions throughout the week, and hopefully you guys are going to learn and start taking your own trading decisions rather than relying on the signal services. I know there are some services out there promising you fortunes, and let me tell you something, just to see what they do in the signal services, I want to observe them, I want to see, and I love sitting behind that they are making fool out of people. I've seen one guy send a signal, and right after 1 minute he said take profit hit. And not just one, I've seen so many like them. Even in seconds, take profit has been hit, sending us screenshots. I don't know what the hell they are doing. And that is something I want you guys to avoid. That's why my entries are on 4-hour time frame. When I send a trade alert, it's on 4-hour time frame. If the candlestick's already pushed up, if moved up, I mentioned that. Make sure you enter with a limit order. If you're late, don't rush. But it is something you're going to learn from my trade alerts. You can see the price action, the way I'm taking my trades, and I'm glad not just my members, my YouTube audience, they can also able to spot valid entries and taking good trades. So without wasting any time, let's start with natural gas thrill we had throughout whole week, and I'm going to show you how I've been mentoring my students, replying my members throughout, and how they are learning entries from me. So first I'm going to show you a losing trade right here. Now I've been showing you these trades as well because trading is not all about winners, it's about losers as well. That is why we had a losing trade. Now a very good example here. Now we had a losing trade. If someone is not an experienced trader, if someone just starting out, let's say in my group, you might be saying that something is wrong. But if you're someone who've been trading from years, who've been working on the same strategy, who've been trading on the same strategy from a couple of years, you know that if one trade didn't work, I'm sure out of 10 times, 5 times at least, 5 to 6 times with a good reward to risk ratio, I'll be in profits. And that is exactly what has happened. A good example. But before I jump onto this trade, let me show you the clip from the last video where I've shown you this trade and shown you this losing entry. And we have a loser right here, a one losing trade of NatGas. Let's learn some lesson from this trade before I move ahead. Now, the first reason we took this trade, if you follow me, you know that we have a bullish engulfing pattern that happens at the area of value. That is why we look for an entry. And every time we have these entries, we're going to take a trade. Now, the factor number one, we are in a level of support. Factor number two, we have a bullish engulfer. Now, with that, if you would have got an RSI oversold situation, that will be a strongest entry. So in future, you'll see these conditions a lot. If you have three factors going together, then your chances of winners will increase dramatically. But there are times when we have two confluences like support and an entry condition that also play out. Perfect. So after the stop loss is hit, I've mentioned that I'll be still looking at this level here on capital.com. And again, let me show you the report I've sent to the members. As you can see right here. So right here, as you can see, capital.com zone did not work, but we were still looking at OANDA and NEMEX futures platform for the possible trades. And let me show you a clip after this losing trade that what I've said and the clear conditions, no ifs, no buts, no two-way scenario. If there's a condition, you buy. If there's a buy condition, yes, I say you buy. If there's a sell condition, I say you sell. no safe playing. Let me show you the clip. Now, here on NG1 and OANDA, we have a different situation. We have this zone where the price is now heading towards. And as you can see, this zone is the level of significance. Talking about the divergence and talking about the RSI. Now, if you see here, we took this entry, bearish engulfer. With that, we had an RSI overbought. With that, we also have a divergence in the RSI and we had a double top pattern. These type of entries are a strongest entry, and that is something you can also look in this area, but opposite. So once the price hit the zone, forms bullish engulfers, double bottom. In that case, we are good to go long. Perfect. So step by step, I want to show you. So let me go back in a replay mode so that you can see it more accurately. Now, after the losing trade, we were looking at this level. Now, I've clearly mentioned if the price pulls back, forms a bearish engulfer below 50 EMA, we're going to go short. If the price hit my zone, form bullish engulfer, that will be an aggressive entry, we're going to go long. If you're not an aggressive trader, price form double bottom, that will be another entry for less aggressive traders, right? So it is something I've clearly mentioned. Now I'm going to show you step by step how the entries formed and how amazingly you can make money out of the market without any guesses. It is something clearly mentioned. Now let me play the market. Now we are waiting for the price to hit my rejection box. Perfect. Now, for aggressive traders, we are looking at a bullish engulfer. Once we have that, we are going to buy. If you follow me, you know 1 ATR is always my initial target. Then I go 2 ATR, 2.5 is totally up to you. So we have a hit of the zone. Now we are prepared for an entry. Aggressive traders can be prepared. Now, I've also mentioned in the lesson of the losing trade. In this losing trade, what do you notice? Here, the price hit my zone, forms a bullish engulfer. We have two factors. But the third one, we did not have an oversold situation. As you can see, we were not oversold. So after this losing trade, I've said that if the price forms a bullish engulfer, with that, if we have an oversold situation, in that case, we will have a strongest entry. And with that, if you have a bullish engulfer, that will makes it a very good entry. In that case, aggressive entry can be taken. So it's totally up to you how you want to enter your trade. Now, next candle turns out to be a bullish engulfing candle. Aggressive entry. What is the ATR? ATR is 5.6. What is my target? The first target is 5.6. 7 or 6 you can call it. And here the aggressive trader take an entry. Now the second target I've set, which is right here, which is 2 ATR, a bit less than 2 ATR. I've just drawn it up to 10 instead of 10.9. So first target is like this and second target is like this. Now it is not something, I'm just saying my members, my students, if you are my member, of course, you get a basic mentorship. If you are my student, then of course you're going to get access to my Discord group, which I'm going to come back in a very short while. Let me show you some text messages from the traders, from the members, from the students, and emails right here. So some screenshots I want to show you right here. Once we have entry condition, one of my member, he texts me that if there's a valid entry or not, and that is something I like about. If you are in my group, you are learning from the group, you are learning from the entries, and I'm glad you're spotting the valid entries, not just guessing by seeing the market is pushing lower or heading anywhere else. You spot the entry, you check with me. Right here, as you can see the first screenshot, I've clearly mentioned these targets right here when the price action formed the double bottom. And member spotted an entry as I confirmed it. Yes, that is a valid entry. And after that, right here, I've said the target one has been hit and then both target has been hit once the price hit the second target. Not only that, I got an emails as well. As you can see right here, that if you have a double bottom, then I have replied, that's a valid double bottom buy signal. And let me know if you have any questions. And that is how I confirms, yes, we have an entry. No ifs, no buts. When there is an entry, we have an entry. And that is how you need to learn rather than just waiting for someone's signals. But here, I show you in my videos, I keep you guys informed. I'm glad most of you are spotting these entries. One more email from the member. Right here is double bottom. Right here, someone spotted double bottom. He asked me the question. I confirmed that is a valid double bottom. None of them are signals. I've sent that as a trade alert right here. This was a trade signal, you can call it, but it is for you to learn and look at the same patterns. If that is a losing trade, this is a winning trade, right? I'm not sending tons of signals. You get 1 to 3 trade alerts in a week. It is something for you to learn. Look for the same entry condition on the other markets and take your trades. Ask me questions. And in a bonus, you are getting the same trades which I'm personally taking and sending you that as well. But again, don't use my group as a signal group. So let me play the market. And once we have the price pushed up, we have a first target hit, right? So in the scenario, what I do, I'd open 2 positions, one with a smaller target that closes and one with the bigger target. So I have my profit here in my account. Then my second trade is still running with a bigger stop loss as well. And we have a price hit my second target. Now here, once I've clearly mentioned if the price forms a bearish engulfer below 50 EMA, we are going to take sell trade. Now what do you see here? A bearish engulfing pattern. Now that is something we call greed. You are taking 100 points of profits here. What else you need? Come out, look for the next condition. It is not a reversal. We are capturing a bounce out of natural gas. I'm going to show you how price action work in an uptrend or downtrend, and that will explain you this bounce. So hang on with me. So once we have this condition, I am a student in the Discord group. It is exclusively for my MMTA full course student. They learn the course, they learn the system, and I have my eyes every time in the chat group of Discord. If something is not valid, I jump in and say it is not valid. If something is valid, I say yeah, that's good, well done. And once we have a valid bearish engulfer, right here as you can see, we have a message here. And then someone is asking me about the targets. I've said initial targets will be 180, then the second target can be till the support for the better reward to risk ratio. And we have tons of other entries we discuss in the group as well. The commodities, forex, crypto, everything we discuss in the group exclusively for my MMTA full course student as well, who are learning the full system. And I'm glad they're picking up the good entries. Now, I mentioned that first target will be 1 ATR. So what is the ATR? ATR is 5.6. First target is what? Bit higher than 5.6. If 5.7 is a stop loss, my take profit is 6.26, 62 points. Now, at this point, we are getting a rejection from 50 EMA. If that happens, that will be a valid bearish signal. So if that turns to be a bearish engulfer, in that case, we'll have a valid swing high bearish engulfing entry. And again, the target will be 1 ATR initially, and then you can manage your trades accordingly. After the price, let's say, comes back to my zone again, forms a double bottom, which is my bullish engulfers, or a pin bar. In that case, we'll have a valid double bottom pattern. Let's say we have an entry here, we enter here, exit here, buy here. If we have an entry condition, have a stop loss below the zone, take profit, you can go 1-1. So that is all I'll be looking at. Look for this valid candle. If we have the valid bearish engulfer, we'll have a valid sell signal, short term, and then we will look for the valid buy entry. So I've entered right here after exiting my buy trade. So you see how nicely losing trade, winning trade with the good targets, and then one more pullback entry bearish. Now, it is something that is not an alien for you. If you are someone who's not in my course, not my member, who are just looking at my YouTube videos, I mentioned these entries lots of time, millions of times. And I'm glad most of my traders who just follow me on YouTube, they can also able to spot entries. Now, look at this entry, and I want to show you one trade alert, which is CAD-JPY. Now you see, what do we have? An entry confirmation. A bearish engulfer happened where? After a bounce, right? Exact same condition you are seeing on NatGas. Bearish engulfer below 50 EMA. I have taken it as entry. Not only that, I've sent that as an alert. Now, right here I've sent an alert. The price pushed down a bit, but here you don't want to enter right away if you're late, because sometime I send a trade alert, I might be somewhere where I open my trade on the phone, then I sit in front of a laptop, create a file, send it to you. In that time, sometime you enter with a limit order. So right here, you got a chance to enter with a pullback, a limit order, a pullback with a limit order right here. So we are involved in the trade, and exact same condition, pullback entry below 50 EMA, the same price action. Now this was sent as an alert, but the NatGas trade was not sent as an alert. Why is that? Because my goal is to teach you the price action. Look at the same condition. You see CAD-JPY and NatGas has the same condition. Sell entry below 50 EMA. After a bounce, we have a confirmation. Now, if I play the market, and right here, after a while, the price hit my first target. Right now, once the price hit my target, as I clearly mentioned that once the price hit my double bottom area, I'll start to look for my buy trade. And for that, what I'll be looking at, a bullish candle, green, bullish engulfer, 382 candle, whatever I get. If I have a valid bullish engulfer, I will have a valid confirmation. I've already shown you the screenshot that I've mentioned to my members, to my traders, that this is how I take my entries. If you are my student in MMTA course, you know all the rules of entering the double bottom trade. And with that, what do we have? Right here, a confirmation of double bottom. I entered my trade right here. The ATR is 4.9. 5 is my target, the first target. Second target is a bigger than 1 ATR because I've kept my stop loss below, take profit. Bit higher, 80 points here. And if you look here, and we are in today's date, the target 1 has been hit. It is today's date when I'm recording the video. Target 2 has not been hit, but it is something till where I'm expecting a price to head to. And that is how we took a trade step by step. Losing trade, winning trade, aggressive entry, winning trade, pullback entry, winning trade, double bottom entry, and now it's pushing up. And it is something I'm going to cover in the analysis part of the video. You see how nicely, step by step, we've been taking the trades. I was not looking at the newses. I was not looking at any weather condition. I was just looking at my price action. I have my experience in a natural gas trading from last couple of years. I've seen so many news events, all the crazy situation happening in the world. I've seen all that, but I've stuck myself with technicals. Yes, with fundamentals, if the price, let's say, is bullish and we are in a level of support, that is my extra confidence. I still take my trade. So why are you getting scared of? If you have a stop loss there's a dramatic news event. Maximum what will happen, the stop loss will hit. The trend will change. Instead of buying, start selling. Make money the other side. So that is why I've shown you how amazingly the price action work if you are disciplined in your trading. If you're not randomly taking trades, if you're not doing revenge trading, a good example here, stop loss. But after that you see 1, 2, 3, 4 winning trades we have here just on NatGas. It is not something that is alien for you. It is something that was clearly mentioned in my videos. Look for double bottoms, look for bullish engulfers. Exactly that has happened. All these are happening with conditions. So stick with that. And I promise you, if you follow the rules, backtest it, if you are really serious about learning trading, make sure you put lots of efforts because it is an easiest way of making money. And if you want to achieve that goal, you must work hard. And if you work hard, you have seen the results. I'm been showing you these results every other week. And talking about results, I'm going to show you one more trade, a winner, which is GBPCHF. Now, this trade I've just entered with a fixed target because it is mainly a range market. If you see here, a range market, but it is one of my favorite pair. That is why what I've observed out of that. My observation was, before I take an entry, I'll do lots of analysis, not just enter my trade. I don't overtrade. I look at the best setups. I'm going to show you one more, but it is right here, an opposite of pullback entry. Now, after a while of a range, all the way from here, talking about that because we are below 50 EMA, not looking at the high, but we are below 50 EMA. We're trading below 50 EMA all the way from here, from the whole month, broke below, range. But after a while, we broke above 50 EMA. Now, if you're looking at that, it is not one of my valid entry, even though that hit a take profit, might have hit a take profit. But if you're my student, you know why that invalidates my rules of pullback entry. That might be a winner, but in the long run, you will see it is not valid. So after the break, I was waiting for the price to break above these highs at least. We had a broke above these high, a possible uptrend, right? With that, we have a pullback, a bullish engulfer. Happened where? Happened above 50 EMA. This red line is my 50 EMA. Here, I decided to enter this trade. And right here, this was a trade alert sent to my members. And that also hit my target. Now, for the keyboard warriors, I've taken these trade in my real account. Let me show you that. IC Markets, and it is connected with my account, a live account. And GBPCHF, what do you see here? Now, for this trade, I was a bit late. I did not enter here. I was late, but there was a condition. I sent to the members. It just pushes up. Then I waited. See, a very good example that I did not enter with a FOMO. I waited. I entered with a buy limit order, right? And with a pullback right here, I entered in this trade right at my entry point, and that nicely hit my targets as well. So that is how we take our trades. And this is my real account. What I send to you, I take it myself. But with that, I take my other trades as well. And talking about the other trades, someone mentioned that trade in my Discord group as well. Right here, that also hit my target. Valid pullback bearish entry right here. A valid pullback entry, and I've used the bigger target. Now, if you are my student in the course, the target has been taken according to the pullback entry in the strategy room, where you learn the bigger target of the pullback entry, in case you're wondering, because I want to keep my stop loss above the 50 EMA just to be on a safe side. So that is why that hit my take profit. Then we have USD Japanese yen. Now exactly same as CAD Japanese yen. Pullback, bearish engulfer, nicely hitting how many pips? 100 pips target. Not only that, I've sent that as this zone to my members to look for the possible trades from this zone as well. Right here, as you can see, I've clearly mentioned that I'll be looking at the possible level above for my sell trade if the price gets to my level. And what do we have after that? Price gets to my level, forms a bearish candle, we nicely push down. That is how we take the trades with condition without any guesses. I'm going to show you one more trade I took personally, not sent as an alert, but exact same examples I've shown you. Pullback entry bearish. My students know all the 6 rules for that. That is a swing high bearish engulfing pattern. Engulfs the previous candle fully with the whole body. Nicely hitting my targets. No guesses, but a magic of right education. That is how we've been taking the trades. You see, none of them were taken without any rules, without any condition. And talking about condition, I want to show you one more indices, UK100 trade, which is right here as you can see on your screens. This was a zone that was sent to the members that I'll be looking at the level above for the possible sell trade. Not only that, I've mentioned this entry in my live session as well. Let me show you the clip from that as well. UK100 is now in the level of resistance that was sent to you in the report. Keep an eye here, getting a possible entry out of UK100. Bearish engulfer, overbought, that can push the price down. So good entry condition we're getting here as well. Double top is also in the play if you are not an aggressive trader. Perfect. So now if you follow me, even if you're not my member, what do you see here? Zone was sent to the members to look for your entry condition here. And what do you have? A nice bearish engulfer. My both target 1 and target 2 has been hit. If you are a member, you know for commodities, for indices, I use different targets. It is something how I use my targets right here. That nicely pushed down a massive amount of profits right here on UK100 index. And that is how we need to take over trades. So there are some other zones, some more indices we are still waiting for the price to get to, which is something I'm going to talk about. We'll see how it reacts next week. Now let's look at some commodities. I want to show you a very good trade. Now I want to show you one candlestick pattern which I don't really talk much in my videos, but that is why we have a weekends video, so that you can get something out of my weekends video for free. And I want to give you as much as information as I can able to in my free videos so that you can take your efficient trading decisions. So coming back here on copper. Now here on copper, what do you see here? Now it is not something which took blindly. Now let me show you the zone report I've sent to the members. Right here, as you can see, I've clearly mentioned that I have two levels, one below, one above. But if the price push at my level above, I'll be looking for a possible sell trades. Now what do you see here? The price pulls back to my level and forms what? Now I know most of you call it a 382 bullish candle. When this candlestick forms at the level of resistance, if you are my student, you can also call it an aggressive double top. You know what aggressive double top is. There are three double tops. You know that as well. So that can be taken as an aggressive double top if you don't want to get yourself confused. So keep with that. But after you're a profitable trader, if you are my student in the MMTA course, learn everything from there. Once you learn the system, you can able to look at the other candlestick pattern. This type of candlestick pattern is also called a hanging man candlestick pattern. In case you don't know what hanging man is, here, what do you see? Hanging man, exactly same. And what does it mean? And if you scroll down and see, what do you see the translation of that? Hanging man is a bearish reversal pattern. You can also mark at the top of a strong resistance level. Right here and coming back here. Happened at a strong resistance level. Now this resistance level was sent to my members. And with that, we have a double top as well, of course. With that, we have a hanging man pattern as well. You see the power of education. It is not something that you are going blindly. Everything is there for you to learn. It is your job to understand it, learn and backtest and come back stronger and become a full-time profitable trader, which is possible. And that nicely hit the target as well. Zone was sent to you. Now it is your job to spot the entries and make the most out of the paid group. If you are in that, if you are in the course, then I'm sure in a couple of months, you will come out strong, profitable trader. Then I've sent the zone report to my members about natural gas to look for these levels, and that nicely played out as well. These level has been played out from Owanda and Nemix. Both has been played out according to the report and target has been hit. It is something I'm going to talk about in the analysis part, which is coming up next. There are a lot more instruments I want to talk about, but it's going to make this video much longer. And I hope you got a value out of the first part of the video. If you've got some lessons, if yes, do not forget to move forward without hitting a like button for me. It really helps me in the YouTube algorithm. So starting with natural gas. Now, what do we have right here? Now, if you have not seen the first part of the video where I've talked just about natural gas, watch that because I've shown you these entries when we took these trades. Very important to watch that before you come to this part of the video. Now, what to expect from here? Let me show you the quick clip from my last video so that we can connect the dots from there. Now, at this point, we are getting a rejection from 50 EMA. If that happens, that would be a valid bearish signal. So if that turns to be a bearish engulfer, in that case, we'll have a valid swing high bearish engulfing entry. And again, the target would be 180R initially, and then you can manage your trades accordingly. Now, if the price, let's say, comes back to my zone again, forms a double bottom, which is my bullish engulfers, or a pin bar. In that case, we'll have a valid double bottom pattern. Let's say we have an entry here, we enter here, exit here, buy here. If we have an entry condition, have a stop loss below the zone, take profit, you can go 1-to-1. So that is all I'll be looking at. Look for this valid candle. If we have the valid bearish engulfer, we'll have a valid sell signal, short term, and then we will look for the valid buy entry. Perfect. So as you can see, aggressive entry played out. target has been hit, both target has been hit, and then the double bottom entry played out. Only first target has been hit. I'm expecting a price to head higher from here. Now, a heads up for you. When the price is pushing upwards, we are still in an uptrend in the long term. Like I've been mentioning for a couple of weeks and months, that when the price action is pushing up and down in an uptrend, these are a major pullbacks which we need to capture. Now I'm going to take you back and show you how these pullbacks work. Now, if you look here in this uptrend, we had this pullback, right? When the pullback finished, it pushes back up. Now this could be another pullback right here. And once we are broken above 50 EMA, that could break above this level as well. That is likely. But we are going higher with conditions only, not blindly. So in the long run, we are still bullish. If you're going up to a weekly time frame, we are still at the weekly level, which is the strongest level. If you're going back on daily time frame, we are at the daily level, which is the strongest level. Now, we also had a double bottom pullback, and that could be a retest of this area. And then that can push the price higher as well. So looking at that, long-term bullish. But you see how nicely we've been taking some bearish trades as well from this major zone. We took this trade, if you remember, that was sent as an alert if you were a member at this point. Nicely pushed down. Now I'm going to show you the bearish version of that as well, so that you understand the price action. Now, when the bearish version is when the price is pushing down all the way from here, just a big pullback. All the way from here, a big pullback, right? Push down, a big pullback. So in a downtrend, it is just a waves of pullback that we need to capture in a downtrend, but in the long run, we are looking at the downside. So all the way, if you look here on a weekly time frame, all the way from here to here, we were in a downtrend. Now, from here to here, we were in an uptrend. And now, from here, the uptrend stopped, downtrend started. From here to here, we were in a downtrend. Now, all the way from here, that could be another start of an uptrend. So that is a fact we need to look in. We need to keep in our mind if you are looking at the long-term analysis of natural gas. That could start, that can still push the price higher as long as it is something I'm talking about on a weekly time frame, not on a smaller time frame. As long as the price is not breaking below these low, the trend will not change. Similarly, the price started to push up from here. It just gave a pullback, not breaking below this low, means we are still intact. Buyers are still interested to push the price higher. So without breaking below this low, it pushed the price higher. Now, if there is no break of this low, we are still in an uptrend, and that is a chance that price can push higher looking at this level right here. So that is how we need to do a long-term analysis. Now coming back on entries on smaller time frames. So what to look next for your entries? As we are still below 50 EMA, we need to see a pullback. We can still push up to 50 EMA. That is very likely. If the price from another bearish engulfer exactly like this, I'm going to go short. Short term only, like we did here. Take short trade, exit, look for another bottom. Could be a triple bottom as well. So as long as stays above these highs, price can come back and pull back up. And as long as price is not broken above 50 EMA, we are not completely bullish. So keep an eye here on 50 EMA. Bearish engulfer can push the price lower again. Take your profits, cut your profits, and look for an entry again. And let's say there's no bearish engulfer and price break above 50 EMA. In that case, we will turn completely bullish. We will have a possible retest of this neckline, and then an entry condition, and price will start to push up from here. It is something I'm going to keep you guys informed in my upcoming videos. For now, keep an eye on 50 EMA. Let's see how the market opens. If open above, if you are already in the trade, that hit will take profit. That is good. The second take profit right there. Otherwise, wait for the price to hit 50 EMA, forms a bearish engulfer, go short. If not above 50 EMA, then I'll start to look for my pullback and a pullback entry bullish, and I will keep on taking long bullish trades. That is simply I'm looking at just an EMA and then just a bounce from here and see if we have a rejection or not. If not, we are looking at the level above right here. Wait for the conditions, and conditions are really important. Coming back here, NEMEX, exactly the same. Nicely bouncing up from the double bottom. Now on NEMEX, I will not look from a bearish engulfer because we already had a bearish candle here just below 50 EMA. So if we have a bearish engulfer here, I will not take it as an entry. But let's see if the price pushes up, one candle goes up and second candle goes back down, forms a bearish engulfer. In that case, only in that case, we'll have a valid pullback entry. If you're my student, you know what I'm talking about. So keep looking for that. And once we have that, we are good to go short here on NEMEX platform. If broken above, we are looking at the level above, which I'm going to keep you guys informed once the price break above 50 EMA. Coming back on AUDNZD, exactly the same. Not looking for bearish engulfer here, But if we have a bearish one candle, second candle closes below, in that case I'm going to go short again and double bottom from this area. We still do not have a double bottom on or under. That is why if the price comes back to zone again, forms a bullish engulfer, that will become a valid double bottom on or under platform. Broke above will confirm the trend towards the upside and possible hit of this level right here. Next up we have gold. Now exactly the same. Gold is just ranging sideways. No such movements, and we can still expect some more range. It can go up to next month until the Trump comes into the power. Otherwise, I'm not expecting some dramatic moves out of gold, but it's just a range. I'm not taking any trades unless the gold break above this box for my buy confirmation, break below for my sell confirmation. If broken below, then we have a very good chance the price will hit this major level. It is not any level, it is just a range and accumulation, nothing else. But I'll be looking at this level for the possible sell trade if we have broken below. If above, of course, I'll be looking at this level above. So that is what I need to wait and see. What is the confirmation? In case you're wondering, I won't be taking it as a trade. If you want to, that could be a very risky entry into consolidation that can still push 1 ATR for your target. I think so that already pushed down, but a pullback entry in a range, it is not something I prefer. Here on silver, nicely pushed down. Now if you look here, I've clearly mentioned that we are getting a double top pattern. Now on 1 hour, we have a double top. Now I always enter a few pips above when I see a big candles. You see here, a big candles. Exactly what I did for my NatGas. Exactly here, I entered right here, that nicely pushed down, hitting my targets. So for silver, we are a double top that nicely pushed down. And let me show you what I've said in my last video. Silver is nicely pushing down, rejected from the zone right here I've mentioned in my last video. We are getting a possible double top on 1 hour. We already had a double top on 1 hour right here. First top, second top, rejection. Looking at that, I'll keep my stop loss above the pattern and take profit. I can go 1-to-1 initially and manage to 1.4-to-1. It's totally up to you how you want to manage, but initial targets will be again 1 ATR, which is 14 cents at this point on a 1 hour time frame. On 4 hour, that also is a valid double top. If that happens, we can see a possible push down out of silver. Awesome. So that is how we take our trades. If you've entered on 1 hour time frame, that is also cool. On 4 hour, that also pushed down. Now for silver, I'll be staying out for now, unless we see a break below 50 EMA or break above these highs. That is all I'll be looking at. If we have a break above this high, then I'll start to look for my continuation buy trades only. If you're broken below these lows, in that case, I'll start to look for my sell trades only. For now, wait, stay back, not any trades. On 1 hour, you see we are broken below and closed below 50 EMA. And that is a signal that price can likely to push down on a higher time frame. So on a higher time frame, we are bearish, and looking at this bearish double top, we can see a possible push down out of silver. So my bias is more towards downside here on silver. For entries, I want to see break below this low, pull back, and bearish engulfer only. So that is all I'll be looking at. Silver can likely to push down. For buy trades, wait for the price to break above these highs. Next up, we have crude oil. Now crude oil is nicely broken below the accumulation and now heading towards the level of double bottom. Now for crude oil, I'll be reluctant to take my entries right here, but it is a level of support as well in case you want to mark these zones on the charts. It can still push up from here if you have a strong bullish engulfer or double bottom. It's totally up to you if you want to enter this trade or not. But I personally want to wait for the price to come to this level, which is 65.79, goes down to 64.81. Once the price comes here, forms a bullish engulfer either on daily or a bullish engulfer on 4 hour, pin bar or 382 candle. In that case, that will be a strongest buy signal. So I'll wait for the price to come here to take my next buy entry. For now, you can still take your entries if there is a strongest bullish engulfer within this green box. If we have that, we are good to go long, but that can be again very risky for crude oil. I'm very cautious to take my entry. So keep an eye to this green zone, to this zone right here for your possible strong entry. For now, we can still see a possible push down until we see a possible buy conditions. Lastly, I want to add US cocoa. Now, it is something I've been posting on my Telegram channel as well. I've already mentioned this zone on my Telegram channel. If you have not signed up to my Telegram, feel free to do that. Otherwise, I post regularly on moneymarkets.uk. Click on market analysis right here. Click on download report right here, and you will see the report right here. Clearly mentioned the resistance zone up there, as you can see. And now the price is inside the resistance zone. Coming back here, we are now in the resistance zone, exactly the zone I've mentioned on my website. Subscribe to my website as well so that you can see these up-to-date reports as well, which I upload every now and then. Now we're in the level of resistance, and simply what we can look at. Now on a 1 hour time frame, we do have an entry condition, bearish engulfer. that can still push the price lower till 50 EMA. But if you're someone who are looking for the high time frame trades, strongest trades, then we do have a pin bar right here as well. In that case, I keep my entry right here a bit below the pin bar, and we can still push massively down from here. We are oversold in the RSI, overbought in the RSI as well. That is a good signal. If you have a bearish engulfer here, or we have a double top here on 1 hour, on 4 hour time frame, we'll have a very good sell entry. We are now in the selling area supply zone, and now I'll be expecting a market to fall from here. So not buying, just looking for your sell trade. Let's say we have no condition, price falls to 50 EMA, we have a pullback entry bullish like this, we're going to go long as well. But at this point, start looking for sell entries. We have one entry condition, aggressive entry. On 1 hour, we have strongest entry, double top will be a strongest entry as well. So let's see how it goes. I'm expecting a price to fall from here. So that's it for commodities, guys. Hope you got a value out of my long video. If yes, hit a like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. If you're really serious about learning trading, consider getting this premium plan where you get these 2 plans for free. And here you'll get full course with a Discord group as well. One-time investment on you, which is not expensive. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.